Good afternoon and welcome back to the FPL Tom YouTube channel. UCL Matchday 5 is here and we're going to be live for around 2.5 hours. Of course, helping you guys out with any dilemmas that you might be having ahead of this match day. Of course, we will be doing team reviews a little bit later on as well. So if you do want to get your team reviewed by myself, of course, go over to my Twitter, leave it under one of my most recent tweets, or I can't even get my words out. We're also on Blue Sky as well. If you want to go and leave your team over on there as well, we'll get your teams reviewed there as well. As you can probably tell, there's a new addition to the back of the stream. Of course, we're going to start to get a little bit festive. I know it's not quite December yet, but the Christmas tree is here. Obviously, if you don't celebrate Christmas, tough shit. We're still having the Christmas tree here, so it's going to be there. Of course, as well as you can see, there is a spot at the top for an angel. And I will be taking applications for angels. So if you've got any ideas who we should stick at the top of the tree, get it in the chat today. Let me know who should go top of the Christmas tree. I'm thinking Jared Bowen. Obviously, if you've been around the channel for a while, you know that I've got a very big soft spot for Jared Bowen. A few rain dances, stuff like that. But yeah, We'll see. We'll see. Get your ones in the chat for that one. Of course, we've got a poll going round as well. Obviously, I can't put every single potential captaincy option on here. I've put kind of the ones I think a lot of people, or from what I've seen on Twitter, are potentially leaning towards as well. And Rafinha is currently winning the vote for that one. So get your votes in for that. And yeah, we'll try and answer as many of your questions. Obviously, if you're new around here as well, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. But let's start off. Let's take a look what's kicking off in the chat. Andy's here nice and early. One of our channel moderators. Thank you very much for doing that, man. Oliver Walker says, hi, Tom. Alfonso says, thinking of captaining Schick. Not a bad option, not a bad option. Notion Vids, one of our channel members, he says, hey Tom, any update on Yamal and Zappacosta? I believe Yamal is out. I'll do a little bit of digging on Zappacosta as I've not seen anything. NIXZY713 says he's here for the Christmas tree. Love that. SpongeBob Meme says he's here for the Lookman captain. Hopefully it works out for you, man. Young boys have been very, very leaky so far this tournament. Obviously, we'll look at the betting data, but I feel like there's quite a few differential options to go for, to be honest. Watching this in your uni lecture. Bro, get back to the lecture. Don't be watching me. Don't be watching me. That's not required. Hey, Tom, would you remove Trent Alexander-Arnold or Emre Can for a -4? I mean, it depends what you need that budget for, doesn't it, really? Tom, what do you think about captaining Lookman? I'm all for it, mate. I'm genuinely all for it. That's why I kind of like playing this game. I don't take it as serious as FPL. I do have a little bit of fun with it. Obviously, if you didn't see my team selection video, by the way, this is my wildcard team. We've hit that wildcard button. Obviously, the team was starting to look a little bit of a mess after a little bit of a disappointing week in Matchday 4. Sorry there was no stream either. I was dead. I had tonsillitis and I was dead. So if you see me like drinking plenty of water and like having like, I've got like a hot honey and lemon here. I'm trying to just like manage my voice a little bit better. Because after most streams, it's kind of like very, very raspy. Might be time to bring in Bowen soon. Yep, Bowen season will be back for game week 14. Oliver Walker says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well, man. Hello, mate. Looking for betting tips. I'm not going to provide any of those, bro, but we'll get the betting odds up, and if you want to obviously take that on board, then go for it. Best 1 week punt. Probably going to be somebody like a Vert, maybe a Rafinha, a Pulisic. Yeah, I think my team's probably full of quite 1 week punty players, but they've all got decent fixtures post that as well. Griezmann could be another one. Haaland maybe. Marouv Garassi for Gorkarez for a -4. It's not the worst idea. Obviously, I think it's going to be a little bit of a difficult game, to be honest. New manager, how will they cope with that? Tactical changes and stuff like that. Will he still be as good? Maybe not. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Yes, this is my wildcard team. This is my wildcard team. Not this Joker again. Not this Joker again. Let me on your stream. What an absolute beg. Back to the... Go on. Back you go. 1,000 in the world. Let's go. Fair play, man. That is definitely, you can still go and win this game. It depends what chips you've got left as well, I guess. Like I said, we'll do team reviews. Probably around 4 o'clock we'll get some team reviews in, and then we'll kind of just continually do them. So, of course, if you do want your team rating by myself, get it sent over to me on my Twitter or, of course, Blue Sky now. at FPLTom_. Removing Haaland for Gyökeres or Lewandowski. I don't necessarily think you need to remove Haaland this week. If we look for, of course, the betting data, like the projected goals are pretty decent this week, to be honest. Want some tips, bro? Bro, you're dusty. You're dusty. You're in here every week just giving Cap advice. Only played the Limitless. Very nice. Still got the wild card in hand. Are you thinking about playing that in the group stage, or are you thinking like I might wait until the knockouts? Gyökeres in. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think this week might be a little bit of a difficult test for him, but you know the next three aren't awful if I get the goalkeeper up here. So Arsenal this week. Bruges not a bad one. Leipzig, I could probably see him scoring, and then Bologna on the final day. But if we look at the results, like they've done quite well already so far, so they might even rest or rotate for these ones as well. 2 away fixtures as well. Again, I probably would want somebody playing at home rather than having 2 away fixtures here, but each to their own, I guess. But he is a man possessed, isn't he? I probably would go Wirtz for that one. Nailed Milan defenders. I'd probably go Theo Hernandez. I probably would go Theo Hernandez. I probably wouldn't look too much past that, to be honest. Big up Toms, love the Christmas tree. Golden Goal is in here. Absolutely love it. Obviously, if you haven't checked out his... if you haven't checked out his content, please go and do so. There is a small bit of tinsel, yeah? But when did tinsel get so expensive? I went to B&M and I thought, oh, you know what? It'll be nice and cheap. The lights were £6. Tinsel, right? Tinsel, by the way. We're talking about just shitty little bits of whatever. £3. £3 for tinsel. They're absolutely... Whoever makes tinsel is making a killing this Christmas. Back to the gym with your missus. Bro, I wish I had a missus. You think someone wants to date me? Like, I just sit in this room all day and go to the gym afterwards. That's all I do. We're just sat here just chatting absolute waffle to you guys about fantasy football. What do you think is a wild card now? A nice play. It depends what your team's looking like. If you can get by with transfers and target the latter stages, then albeit. I think, for me personally, the reason I'm looking at wildcarding this week is personally for me, I think that the group stage is where you're going to have the biggest differentials. I think once we start getting... Like the next round, there's probably going to be some, but once we get to those knockout stages, a lot of people's teams are going to be looking very, very similar. And I think it's going to work a little bit like the Euros. That's how I'm seeing it, where... Once we got to the knockout stages of the Euros, most teams, there was maybe like 1 or 2 differentials along the way. There might be a few more in this competition, but for me overall, it just felt like everybody was pretty much just kind of same teams, same vibes, nothing really changing, to be honest. So yeah, that's why I do it. Yeah, I am wildcarding. The chat is going absolutely incredible. You cheapo. Bro, I wish the Champions League money was rolling in. Someone super chat Tom so we can buy some tinsel, bro. You don't know about it. Schlotterbeck, Salah, Wirtz for Frimpong, Foden and Olmo. Worth a -4. I don't think Salah's... I'm guessing you're taking out Frimpong, Foden and Olmo. I'm guessing those are going to be the 3. You know what? I'd say gamble. Wirtz could very easily pull that back. I think Salah is going to score against Madrid as well. What is your female viewer percentage? I think it was 99% male. And I think it was maybe 99.1 actually. And yeah, I think Tom's just said it there as well. It's like, it's less than 1. It's less than 1. Females, they're not into fantasy football. Usually, if a girl's into fantasy football, it's probably because their boyfriend's got them into it. Like, genuinely, most girls I know only know what fantasy football is because their boyfriend plays it and they just play along with it and do it every week. So, yeah, even if we are getting girls, they've already got boyfriends. I've started this stream absolutely waffling today, by the way. Gyökeres or Rafinha captain? I would personally go Rafinha for me personally. The guy has been an absolute goat so far this season. I like those transfers you made there, mate. late transfers, or are you sticking? Pretty much this is my wildcard team. And I don't think there's anybody that I'm going to change. Obviously, we'll get to see the Milan team. So, obviously, if any of their players are not playing, or, of course, Griezmann as well. So, yeah, I know my wildcard team's pretty rogue and out there. Like, there's quite a few differentials. But if you look at some of the fixtures, like especially like Milan and Madrid and Arsenal after this Sporting game as well, have some great fixtures. That's why I've gone for them. Is Guirassy playing? Apparently, he's in the squad, but might be bench. So, yeah. Haaland will ghost again, says somebody as a City fan. I think... I don't know. I think it could be one of those. Who am I captaining? I'm captaining Rafinha. Told her to buy Semenyo. No second date then. That's the second date gone. Rico Lewis and Guirassy, or I'd probably go the second option on that one. Frimpong, I'll have to look at FF Bobby's Twitter. He's the guy, by the way. If you want to go and see any sort of team news, Bobby is going to be your man. Let's bring his Twitter up really quickly because this guy is an absolute goat of the game. So go and obviously drop Bobby a follow. There he is from the last time I did one of these. But yeah, he's pretty much tweeting out Liverpool team news here. He's got loads of videos as well on his channel, so feel free to go and check him out. Here's the Dortmund one. So Schlotterbeck's in, Anton, Gittins, No Chan, and it looks like, I think he's benched as well. Guirassy. City team news, Lewis Gvardiol, Akanji, De Bruyne, Haaland. Inter team. Like, he's literally everyone here. So no Scales. Trusty's playing, who I've got. So yeah, Emre Can is vomiting, so looks a doubt. Guirassy expected to be in the squad, but on the bench. So yeah, literally go and follow Bobby. He's an absolute great guy as well. Makes some fantastic content. Makes quality, genuinely quality Champions League content as well. So yeah, go and give him a follow. If there's any team news that you are unsure of, go and check it out because he's probably retweeted it. So big shout out to Bobby. Progress has been slow. Who would you get? Pulisic or Rafinha as a transfer for Yamal? I'm thinking Pulisic. Yeah, Pulisic is more a long-term one. I think Rafinha just could go big this week. And he's just had a fantastic season. That's the reason I would want Rafinha probably a little bit more. The fact that he's gone so big already this season. Vinny Jr. and Frimpong to Elise and Lewandowski. Rafinha and Theo Hernandez for a -4. I like all those moves you suggested. Yeah, go for it. Vinny and Yamal, best change. I mean, if you can get to Lewandowski, probably for this week's a really, really good option. I think Kane's still a decent option. Griezmann could be a differential shout up front as well. I know a lot of people are looking at Patrick Schick as well. Golden Goal knows that Bobby is the GOAT. Yamal won't start, I don't think. Frimpong is out. Feyenoord are woeful. Haaland will score, says somebody. Yeah, we'll look at the betting data in a second, but that kind of vouches for that one as well. Gorkarez over Guirassy or Lookman over Barcola. Probably will go Lookman over Barcola. I'd have a look. I couldn't see one there for Atalanta, but he's constantly retweeting stuff, so it might pop up. I'd probably prefer to play Lookman against Young Boys for me. The Wednesday players for someone not on a wild card are pretty poor this week. I'm here starting 11. Yeah. The games on Wednesday are really, really bad. To be honest, I feel like that's why I've kind of got Bakayoko as maybe a captaincy option for tomorrow. Like I was trying to look and see if I could get a decent captain, and there was just no one really, was there? Will Hector Fort? Who does Hector Fort play for? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm not like the master of this game, by the way. This is my first season playing, so if I don't know any of the players, apologies. What's your league code? It will pop above my head at some point on the chat. You have 3 strikers playing today. Will that not be a risk? I just want these 3 strikers going forward. I think are the 3 that I want. Like if I was to replace any of them, it would be for Haaland. So yeah, it is what it is. Oh, I'm nearly signed into the wrong account. I forgot to do this. Wirtz and Marlon or Kuhn and Kane? I'd probably go Wirtz and Marlon. I think Wirtz could go very, very big. Very, very big indeed. DQ questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline? Obviously, that's in around 2 hours 15, so you've got me for a while. We're also doing team reviews as well, so if you're on a Limitless wildcard, or if you just want your team obviously looked at, we'll take a look. We'll take a look for you. So yeah, keep the questions coming in. Keep the likes coming in as well, guys. We definitely need more of those. So make sure you're hitting that like button. Obviously, if you're an existing subscriber as well, make sure you are spamming that. It does push it out to more people, and that's exactly what we want for these streams. What players to buy after this week? Premium and cheap, 2 in every position. Yeah, great question there, Andy. Pretty much for me, this is where I'm going to be looking at in terms of targeting teams for the next few weeks. As we can see on here, obviously Barca and Dortmund play off against each other. But as we can see, following on from next week, Arsenal have a great set of fixtures, especially if they lose this week. Definitely would be looking at a defender and, of course, a Saka or a Havertz if he's playing. Decent set-ish for Celtic, and they still have an outside chance. Again, Milan, great back-to-back home fixtures in there for them, so definitely another team to be considering. PSV as well, pretty much goes for them, bar matchday 8 with a difficult tie there. Same goes for Stuttgart as well, and then Liverpool for matchday 6. If they, I know they're currently top of the table, but obviously if they don't progress to the next round or lose a couple games, maybe they lose to Madrid and just need a few more to seal themselves through. That is the only reason I've not gone for Salah on the wild card. I think they'll actually beat Madrid at home. And then I think the problem we're going to have is then they're just going to rotate because they're going to be on 15 points. They're probably going to top this group, let's be real. So, yeah. That's kind of where I'm at with that one. Yeah, I mean, Celtic are up there because Dynamo Zagreb and Young Boys back-to-back. And they've still got an outside chance of qualifying for the next round. That's the reason I've included in there. They've also got some really cheap assets that might be worth considering. So yeah, that's kind of the reason we've gone for that one. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Reinders is a great option. Yeah, I like Reinders. I do like Reinders. But yeah, keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Like I said, we'll be live all the way up until the deadline. So yeah. Yeah, Salah is absolutely cracking, and it does worry me not going with him on the wild card. My thought process though is this Girona game is sandwiched between a lot of Premier League games. If they beat Madrid, they're on 15 points. I think they'll rotate for that Girona game, and I think Salah might see a benching in that one. So, you know, when I'm paying the premium bucks for him, do I really want a player that's benched? Whereas kind of from Arsenal down, all these teams need to be pretty much winning most games to get themselves through to the next round. I think the only problem with having 3 Dortmund players in match day 5, of course, as we can see here, is they've got a home tie against Barca next round. So that is probably where the problem lies. Unless you've got the Limitless left and maybe you want to just play it in match day 6. So yeah, if you're on a wild card loading up on, you know, Dortmund or Barca players, it's fine. But you probably need a plan for next week. Best price with no price restrictions. Good question. Let me have a look for you, my friend. Who's been doing well this season out at PSV? Let's have a look. Let me grab my phone. Haaland in a wild card. I am tempted. Just because how good the fixture looks this week. But I haven't gone for it so far. But yeah, I would be tempted. Pulisic or Reinders? I think Pulisic has been more of the main man this season. So I probably would go for him. PSV, where are they? PSV. I can't find them. There they are, down the bottom. Right. In terms of defenders, yeah, I probably would say it's Bostacogli, I believe it's pronounced. But Dams at 4 million, who's I've selected as well, has also been doing exceptionally well. No attacking returns out in the Eredivisie, but still a decent option at 4 million for people that are on a budget. Wildcard 6 will be popular, I think. Yeah, potentially, just targeting those last few. I think, though, the problem with a wildcard 6 is match day 8. A lot of the ties and a lot of the teams might already be through, so rotation and stuff like that. Got Garassi, took a -4 already. Is it worth taking another -4? It depends who else you've got in the squad. If you can cover him off, then it's not the worst, but maybe. I like to play this game a little bit more attacking-wise, and I think maybe sometimes the -4s might be worth it. I would recommend playing the Limitless in the group stage because basically you're going to have, you know, some of the best teams up against minnows in retrospect. And obviously going forward as well, we'll bring up the betting data, but we're not going to get certain teams like City up against Feyenoord in the latter stages, or Barca versus Brest, or Milan versus whoever that is at the top. We're not going to get those ties. We're going to realistically get more like Bayern PSGs and Barcelona versus Liverpool and stuff like that. So the game's going to be a lot tighter. People are going to score a lot less goals. So I'd recommend using the Limitless there. The wild card as well could be one of those that you could use in the group stage, but at the same time, it might be worth saving it if, you know, you maybe back one team over the other. It doesn't quite go your way and you are left with a little bit of egg on your face. So yeah, that's probably the other one. The update on Guirassy, he's in the squad, but probably going to be benched. Who is Patrick Schick? He plays for Leverkusen. There's no Boniface. So yeah, that's why people are obviously looking at Leverkusen. I would probably go Lookman and Bellanova. How are you doing, Tom? Got 4 injuries. Lol, not cool. I'm doing good, Jamie. But yeah, let me know. I'm struggling with captaincy. Really can't decide between Kane, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Lookman. Currently got Lookman. Yeah, I would probably say this is a really good graphic to use, to be honest, if you are a little bit stuck with captaincy for this game week, is looking where the projected goals are really, really fancy for this week. So, you know, Lewandowski, I think as well, is currently top of the betting markets for projected goals as well, so it could be a decent one. But Rafinha has been an absolute demon. I think for me personally, you have to be looking at either maybe a Haaland captain with the high projected goals there, or a Barcelona captain with Rafinha doing absolutely incredible. That's probably the way that I'd look at it. No worries, mate. Anytime. Current rank is 290 in the world. Very, very impressive. Yeah, sorry, mate. I got tonsillitis and I was pretty much just, yeah, dead. Absolutely out of it. Yeah, Yamal won't be playing. Hello, Tom. Greetings from Honduras. Very, very nice. If you want to let me know where you're from in the chat, guys, that's also pretty decent. Yeah, we had some wild ones on Saturday morning as well. So yeah, keep them in. Wirtz or Pulisic? Probably would go Wirtz for this week. Longer term, probably a little bit more keen on Pulisic. Hakimi, sell or stay? I've got rid of Hakimi this week. I think I would probably be maybe looking to make the switch over to Theo Hernandez, to be honest. Is Griezmann and Pulisic a must-have? Not necessarily. Like, both of them are quite big differentials, so yeah. Yamal confirmed out? Yeah. Who will play over Yamal? Good question. I'll have a look at the projected squads in a minute. Hi from Hong Kong. Nice. We're getting out there today again. Yeah, let me know if we're having any problems with the stream. I've seen a few people, but I can't see any dropped frames or anything like that, and it's working fine on my laptop next to me, so I think we're pretty good in that regard. It might just be your Wi-Fi. Who was we looking for? Who was going to play on the left instead of Yamal? That's what we were looking for. So they've got Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo on the left. Kobel or Martinez? Well, Aston Villa play tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they do. So, oh yeah, you got both of them. I mean, there's a 1% chance difference. And I'd probably say the way that Villa have played in the Premier League in the past few weeks, not been great defensively. So I probably would go Dortmund. Good strikers under 8 mil. Good question. Great question, actually. Let's have a look. See what's in the market for us. Let me just finish off this drink. Yeah, you can see my team. This is my wildcard team for this week. I think with Frimpong being a bit of a doubt, I probably would go with him out. We've got some really decent ranks in here, by the way. We've had like 200 and something and 900 there. Somebody in the top 1,000 as well. Absolutely smashing it. Dams is a 4 million guy who plays for PSV. There you go. Right, someone said look at the best strikers. So let's go and take a look at some of these then. There's a guy for PSV. I can't quite remember the name off his top of his head, but with Luke de Jong out, he could be playing. I can't quite remember his name, so I'll go and find him for you. Let me go and have a look. What's their fixtures like? You know what? Jonathan David might not even be a bad shout. They've got Liverpool in 7, but other than that, they've got Bologna, Stadsgrum, and then Feyenoord on the final day. So Jonathan David might not even be a bad shout. Just having a look as well around here. Let me quickly find that guy for PSV. He's another one I probably would be looking at. Where are they? PSV. Who've they got? His name is Pepe. Obviously, he's only picked up 3 points so far, but has actually been smashing it out in Holland so far this season. So yeah, he's a decent one as well. Do I think Guirassy can start? I think he'll be benched. That's kind of the vibe I'm picking up from Twitter as well. The White Goldfish says top 11k, actually doing okay for once. Top 3 replacement, Zappacosta replacements. Is it worth taking him out for a -4 if the rest of the defence is average? Maybe not, mate. With you having such a pretty decent start already, it might be just worth maybe just holding on and just benching him for this week. I fancy a draw for Villa. Hopefully so, man. Hopefully so. Hopefully you get through to that next round of the competition. Yeah, Jonathan David at 2% owned. Best 5 million defenders going forward. There's one sat on my bench who I'm really, really keen on. It's Mittelstadt here. As we can see, the next 3 fixtures are great. Red Star, Young Boys, and Bratislava. I always forget who that is, Bratislava. But yeah, that next 3 is incredible. So yeah, I think that could be a really decent pickup. Could be a decent pickup. Ha! I'm only 290 in the world because of your help and with key decisions, bro. It's all on you, man. It is all on you. Don't be thanking me just yet. I'll try and help you guys out as much as I can, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's the way this game goes, really. I'm only making educated guesses and just trying to give you the best advice possible, but sometimes I'll get things wrong. We all know that. That always happens because we're just making educated guesses, aren't we? I would probably say I'd go for it. I'd go for it. This is the thing with this game. I'm a lot more risk taking, or I think in FPL I'm more risk averse, and I kind of weigh up my decisions a lot more. In this game, I'm a lot more like, yeah, sod it, go for it. Get him in. Keep the likes coming in on the stream, guys. Like I said, it does massively help push the stream out to more people. So obviously, if you are enjoying it, make sure you are hitting that like button as well. Yeah, if you put your comments in, we'll get to them at some point. Obviously, if the chat's going a little bit mental, I won't be able to get to every single one, but I'll try my best, my friend. Best captain for today between Lewandowski, Wirtz, Kane, and Gyökeres. I think all of them are fantastic options. Probably Gyökeres is my least favourite out of all of those. Kane probably third, and then I probably would say Lewandowski 1, Wirtz 2. That's how I'd go for it. It is Guirassy who's going to be probably benched, and Chan looks like he's going to miss out as well. Yeah, you can't forget about the Euros legend, can you? You really, really can't forget about the Euros legend, Mittelstadt. You can't. I'm going Wirtz, then switch to Salah. Nice. I like that. I think I was planning on maybe doing something a little bit similar. Frimpong probably won't be playing. Let me just quickly check the predicted lineups on that one. But I don't believe he will be playing. We're a Leverkusen. Yeah, he's not in the predicted lineups. They've got Nathan Teller in there instead. So, yeah. Yeah, this is it. Like I kind of just made the content on this one. I didn't know whether or not it was going to do well, but it's done pretty decent. We can't complain about it, to be honest. So, you know what? I'm pretty happy with everything and how everything's obviously going, and the community we're building with the Champions League content as well is great to see, to be honest. But yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? It is one of those where, yeah. I don't really know how to describe it. I do treat this game a lot more fun, and I've been doing quite well because of that, because I'm just making decisions on which games I'd like to watch tonight or tomorrow, which players I want to actually just have a little bit of fun with as well, and I think that's probably the best way to play this game. Don't take it too seriously. I mean, the same goes for FPL, but I feel there's probably a little bit more on the line with like the channel and like mini leagues and mates and stuff like that. I want to replace Kimmich with a good midfielder. Pulisic is probably going to be your man, to be honest, my friend, with some of the fixtures coming up. Bakayoko could also be a decent differential shout. One more good forward. I mean, if you can get to him, Kane, because I do think Kane is pretty decent. And then Griezmann as well as a big differential. It might not be all caps. It might potentially not be all caps. I'll have to have a look at that one. Havertz, I'd probably wait and see because he didn't obviously play at the weekend, and we don't know the reasons why for that one. Rafinha or Wirtz for captain. I'm going with Rafinha, but I can understand why people are obviously looking elsewhere. Bro, I have Vinny and Jamal ruled out, and I'm planning to use the wild card next week, so I want to target the fixtures this game week. Should I take a -8 hit? A -8 hit is pretty big. Genuinely pretty big. It might just be worth just maybe I think maybe a -4, doing Vinny to maybe like a Lewandowski or a Haaland or somebody like that, but everything else, yeah, probably not worth doing. Yeah, Bayern's fixtures as well after this PSG game are pretty decent, and PSG have been pretty woeful in the Champions League. Having owned two of their players for large parts of this season, they've been terrible. They've been terrible. Is Yamal injured? Yes. Yeah, I think he probably needs to be a little bit higher, Andy. A little bit. Ooh. I like the third option you've suggested. I do like the third option you've suggested there. Is it? I always try and attempt to go for your names, but then I just bottle it. I just bottle it because I know I'm going to butcher it, so I'm not going to do it. Vinny, Yamal weren't, and Debast are injured. Which are my priority removes? I would probably say it's Vinny and Yamal. I always like if I've got like a defender a defender that's injured, I'm not going to be too bothered because they don't usually score exceptionally well. Whereas with the midfielders and the forwards, if I can get myself like hands on a really, really good one that could be a captaincy option maybe on the Wednesday or could shoot me up the ranks, I'd rather do that. Yep, Schick's not a bad 1 week punt as well. Griezmann captain, better than Rafinha. Tell me yes and I will do it. I don't know if he's a better captain, mate. I really, really don't. I don't think he is. Hello, man. How you doing? You doing good? For a -4 hit, which trio would you prefer? Pulisic, Gabriel, and Rico Lewis, or Saka, Timber? I would prefer the Saka and Timber option. Koundé's a decent shout. Guirassi's out, probably going to be benched. I had Yamal, but he is injured, so left with... Oh dear. Oh, Trent, okay. Yeah, I probably still would go for the more attacking players. Nice. I think they're all decent moves you've actually made there, mate, to be honest as well. So, yeah, decent. As well, if obviously the Champions League people that just don't come to the FPL streams or don't even play FPL, of course, we have the Holy Coin. And if you don't know what the coin is, you ask it a question and it flips. Usually it's based on captaincy or transfers, and that's it. That's it. That's the way we go with it. So, yeah, that's why we do it. Yeah, I know both my goalkeepers are playing on the same day. Unfortunately, due to the way that the team is built, I needed a 4 million goalkeeper and a 4.5. And he's the only playing 4 million goalkeeper. And what they actually do is this pretty much. So next week, when he's got Real Madrid, we'll chuck the Sporting goalkeeper in because they got Bruges away. And then the same applies on the final match day as well. He's got Barca and he's got Bologna. So that's kind of the thought process with that one. I just needed a playing 4.5 and a 4 million goalkeeper. And going forward as well, a lot of the other goalkeepers kind of clashed. Not only like this week they were fine, but then next week they'd clash, or the week after they'd clash. So yeah, that's the kind of problem I've been facing with the goalkeepers. But I don't mind it too much because goalkeeper's one of those positions that, yeah, it's very inconsistent and not predictable where they're going to score points. Like realistically, that Atalanta goalkeeper could keep a clean sheet, plenty of saves against Real Madrid, and I put the other goalkeeper in because he's got a better fixture. Blanks. Goalkeepers are so hit and miss with points. So hit and miss. Do it for Griezmann captain. Alright, we'll do it for Griezmann captain, okay? So, heads. Everyone can see that. Heads is Griezmann captain. Tails is not. Alright, you ready? It's heads. It's heads, mate. Get that captaincy on Griezmann. Get it on Griezmann right now. Boom. May I ask the holy coin, captain between Lewandowski and Haaland? You may. Right. Heads is Haaland. Tails is who's the other option? Lewandowski, right? Heads. So you're going Haaland. There you go. You're going Haaland. There we go. Anybody else got any questions for the coin? Let me know. Get them in the chat. Get them in the chat and we'll do some. He just found an excuse to captain Haaland. Brilliant. Yes, that's sometimes what people need. Like if they've got a feeling Haaland's going to do well, then they just need sometimes the coin just to confirm it for them. Just helps them out a little bit. Griezmann or Guirassy? I mean, with Guirassy being probably benched this week, you're going to be going Griezmann. Lookman or Pulisic? I prefer Pulisic's fixtures more longer term. Ooh. Yeah, I like all those options you've just suggested there, mate. Lewandowski or Rafinha cap? Lewandowski currently on the betting markets has the highest projected goals. So if you want to go for him, that completely makes sense as an option today. But Rafinha has been an absolute monster, hasn't he? He's been insane. Let me just get his fixtures up here. 2 in the first game, then 14, 21 and 13. He's absolutely battered it. Genuinely battered it. By the way, guys, we will be doing team reviews. So if you want to send me over your team, leave it under this tweet right here. And we'll get some teams reviewed as well. So you wildcarded next week, okay. So you're probably looking at then Lewandowski and Wirtz. Realistically, I think are probably the best two to go for. Drank a bit too much, Tom, last night, haven't you? I mean, mate, to be honest, I've not had an alcoholic beverage in a year. So, yeah, I'd be doing very well to be drunk. Is it worth a hit to sub Gyökeres for Lewandowski? I think with the nature of how he plays, probably not. Salah or Foden or Reinders or Pulisic instead of Kimmich. Probably going to be Salah and Pulisic are my favourite options you've got there. They are the worst team in the competition. Very nice. Very nice. Can you do a coin flip for Lewandowski or Rafinha captain? Of course we can. Right. Heads is Lewandowski. Tails is Rafinha. Okay? Heads. I think that was Lewandowski, right? So yeah, I'd go with that one. Wildcard 6 versus Wildcard 8. Well, there's no point doing one in Wildcard 8 because you get unlimited transfers for the next round and then following on from that round again. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, they have been brilliant recently, but I think for me, Wirtz and Lewandowski are the ones this week, mate. My team is identical to yours, bro. What have you been doing? You just been watching, haven't you? And you've gone, yeah, I'll go for that. Let's have a look at Noah Lang for you, my friend. I think he should be fine. I can't see... Oh, he obviously missed the last game, didn't he? Didn't feature in the last game. I can't see anything on here why he would be suspended or miss out. Let me have a quick check for you, my friend. Obviously, Perisic started the last game, so yeah, maybe I'd be a little bit cautious on that one. Will Adeyemi be back? Let me have a quick check for you, my friend. Where's the Dortmund squad? He is not in the predicted lineup on here. Frimpong won't be playing. Cool. Thank you very much, Cortex. We'll go and take a look at that for you, mate. No worries, Abby. Hopefully the coin works out for you. And hopefully you're back next week. So yeah, hopefully the coin works out for everybody. Actually, you know what? Screw the coin because it's getting too much love on the channel. You know what? Like, my high-quality advice that I provide every single week should be worth more than some coin, but it is what it is. Best replacement, 9 million for Guirassy. Oh, you're just missing out on Lewandowski. Not on Griezmann, I believe. Patrick Schick's going to be a very popular option for this upcoming week. So he might be one. But yeah, it's a difficult one. It is a difficult one. Jonathan David could also be a decent shout. Is Brest at home really that easy of a fixture? They're fourth in the table. I know they've done pretty well so far, but I usually go with what the betting market says. They do their research, so yeah. I'm going to go for it. I feel like most people as well are going to be captaining Rafinha today. Flip a coin for Salah or Haaland. No problem, my friend. Heads is Salah. Tails is Foden. Tails, Foden. Can the holy coin do Rafinha captain or Wirtz? Yes. Heads is Rafinha. Tails is Wirtz. That was a satisfying one. It's heads. It's heads on that one. Musiala or Foden? I'd actually prefer Musiala. Cool Notion Vids, we'll go and take a look at that in a second, my friend. As well, we are over on Blue Sky if you've given up on X, Twitter, whatever, and you just want to head over to there. I'll also do team ratings over on there as well. Keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline, let me know. Best replacement for next week if you can help. I reckon if the guy for PSV plays and Thingy's still out, Luke de Jong's still out, I'd probably go for him. Or Jonathan David. Those little fixtures weren't bad. Will Hector Fort start? He's in the predicted lineups for Barca. I mean, if he's in the predicted lineups, then yeah. Saka captain or Lewandowski? Coin, please. And this is what I've been reduced to. I'm just a coin flipper now. Heads on Saka, tails on Lewandowski. Tails, Lewandowski. There you go. There you go. Right, let's head over to Twitter. We've had a few people send me over their teams as well, so let's go and take a look at some of these. Actually, we've had quite a few sent in. Wonderful stuff, guys. Welcome back, bro. Don't have enough to get Wirtz this week, but what do you think of these moves? Who's he got for? Rudiger, Grimaldo, Jamal Reinders. I like all those moves you've actually done, mate. I really, really do like those moves you suggested. So, yeah, big fan of those. What's this team saying? It's decent. It genuinely is decent. Yep, fan of that. fan of that for this week. Trent, Koundé, Gittins to Wirtz, 3K overall. Again, looking like a very, very strong team, to be honest. Big fan of that one. And then finally, Griezmann in. People are joining the Griezmann hype, aren't they? Hein, I'm not 100% sure who he is and plays for Atalanta. Let me quickly have a check. Make sure he's playing for you. Let's have a look at these predicted lineups. Where is Atalanta today? Let's have a look. Is he in there? Yes, he is. He's in there. You're all good. You're all good. Right. Those were all the teams we've had sent in so far. So if you do have any teams you want to get sent in, go and take a look. I don't see Zappacosta in the predicted lineup, so I'm going to say no on that one. Of course, keep your questions coming in, guys, ahead of the deadline. We've got about an hour and 45. And, yeah. Yeah, we've got an hour and 45. We'll just keep ticking along very, very nicely. He was man of the match on match day 4, so he's all right. That's what we like to hear. Who is a better replacement for Griezmann, though? Why would you want a better replacement for Griezmann? Brother's got some great fixtures coming up. Look at those. Bar that one. Look at those. And Atletico Madrid need to be winning games if they want to qualify for the next round. Yep, we'll go and do some team reviews in a little while, to be honest. We'll go and do them in a little bit. Thoughts on Inacio? I'm guessing he's the one from Sporting, right? I can't quite remember. He's all right. I owned him at the start of the season. He actually scored quite well. Was pretty decent, but yeah. I think there might be better, cheaper defenders within that price bracket for me personally. I just can't trust Atletico. Probably going to be somebody maybe like Jonathan David. Could be a decent shout for the next few weeks. Patrick Schick looks like he's set to play today, so he might be a decent option. So yeah, there's a few decent ones out there. There is a few decent ones out there. But yeah, keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have, make sure you are hitting that like button as well. Massively appreciated by me. Yeah, I actually had him in this wildcard team a few days ago, but we've obviously done a little bit of switching around. But yeah, I think he could be a decent pickup, to be honest. Best 4 million player, I have Mittelstadt. Probably going to be Dams here. It's probably going to be your best option, I reckon. There's some decent fixtures coming up for PSV, minus match day 8, but realistically you could bench him come that game week. Obviously all those games are played at exactly the same time, so yeah, that's the way it's going to work with that one. Pulisic or Lookman for a -4. I think maybe if you're wildcarded next week, probably going to be Lookman. If you're not, then Pulisic has got some great long-term fixtures coming up. Him and Atletico Madrid, as we can see here. It's just a great set of 4. They still need to qualify as well. I think that's a big thing that people need to be wary of. Some teams need points, some teams don't need points. Grabby. Who's Grabby? Who's Grabby, Andy? Let me know, mate. Who's Grabby? Damn, Dams looks great. Nice. Like that one. Looks like we've had a few teams sent over on Twitter, so we're going to take a look at those. Cool. Which was the last one we did? I think it was that one there was the last one we did. Right. Yeah, you probably need a Guirassy replacement. That's probably going to be my suggestion on that one. He still could play, but I think he's probably going to be benched. So yeah, I would be looking at a replacement with that one. The rest of the team, though, looks really, really decent. Any -4 for Guirassy, or do you reckon it's worth it? I don't know if anybody is probably going to be worth it for a -4, to be honest. And your team's pretty decent. It probably is going to be able to cover it. Bakayoko can come in, if not. Wildcard active. Also don't know if anyone is suspended. Should tell you if they're suspended. I like this wildcard you've got. I really, really do like the wildcard you've gone for. Just be maybe a little bit... Oh, no, that's Pavard. I thought it was someone else. Never mind. Yeah, I really like this team. I think it's a great setup. No problems with that one. Lenglet is playing today, though, so maybe get him in ahead of Chan. Chan is also out as well. So, yeah, there's that one. Limitless 6 says Rotten Onion, sorry. Rotten Tomatoes is the one where you review websites. Monaco, okay. I don't know whether or not I would have Morgan Rogers in here. I think I probably maybe prefer like Kuhn if obviously you're looking for like budget options and stuff like that. Wouldn't even have a Akimi in here on a Limitless as well. Would get him out. I think there's probably better players to be picking from. In my personal... And I don't think I'd have Gorkarez on a Limitless either. With him with Arsenal at home. I probably wouldn't have maybe Salah either with Real Madrid at home as well. Rigetti to Griezmann, Musiala to Lookman, Yamal to Pulisic, Frimpong. I wouldn't do Kane, so I probably would say the top option would be probably better for me. Abby's team, my team for matchday 3, free transfers made for a -4. Is Ortega going to play, or is it going to be Edison? I imagine it probably is going to be Ortega. Nunez could see some minutes. Yeah, probably will be a bit of rotation in there. It looks all right. It doesn't look too bad. You've got obviously players on the bench that can come in for tomorrow as well. Someone's just added me and said Lookman isn't starting. Oh. I don't think this is the team, is it, though? I don't think this is the team. I think this is the youth one. So I see what you're trying to do there. Sorry for resending. What should I do? I mean, you've not got too much money, but maybe somebody like Dams could be a cheap option here. Then you could probably get yourself a Griezmann or something like that. That could be the way that you go with that team. Here he is. Here he is. Old Pooey Larker. He's in the chat. Transfers used: Kane, Haaland, Rafinha, Lookman, Wirtz, Pulisic, Hernandez, Hakimi, Grimaldo, Gavardio. Mate, it's decent. It's looking good. It is looking good. I reckon you're cooking up there. Oh, and then there's Morn Sherfy there as well, liking some stuff. He's obviously busy at work today, isn't he? Busy at work. Slacking away, old Morn Sherfy. Yeah, I think I'm probably selling off Haaland as well in FPL this week. I don't think Trent will start the game against Madrid. Of course. Sorry, mate. I forgot. Yeah, Limitless in 6. Best Lookman replacements. I mean, he's not out. I don't know where this has come from, to be honest. I don't know where this has come from that he's all of a sudden out. He's not, but okay. It's because some idiot tagged me in their youth team one. That was their youth team one. Let me have a look. See what I did there? Yeah, he's in the predicted lineups. I won't worry about it. Taking a -4, but the team looks good. Then there's no problem with that. If the team's looking decent, then what more could you ask for? Yeah, Morn Sherfy's a massive slacker. He needs reporting to his boss him. Slacking away on Twitter. Cap Reinders or Rafinha tonight? Probably would go Rafinha. No, I think it's the youth one. It's the... Obviously, the Youth Champions League teams play at the same time, if that makes sense. Best 7 mil midfielder. How much is Pulisic? 7.5. Ooh. There you go. This man, Johan Bakayoko, is also going to be a decent option with those three as his next three fixtures coming up. He could be a really, really decent gem, to be honest. How much is Reinders? I know he's been spoken about a lot in today's stream as old Reinders. He's also a pretty decent option. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Let's have a look for you guys. Yeah, Reinders at 5.6 could be great. Lookman as a one-off. Gittins, Kuhn. Yeah, I'm just having a look if there's anybody else on this list that I would probably be going for. That's probably about it, to be honest. Yeah, Bakayoko as well also fits in there. Any news on Garassi? Looks like he's probably going to be benched for tomorrow's game as well. Defender for 5.1. Mittelstadt I really like going forward. Some great fixtures in there. He's too busy doing knee slides at 3-3, lad. He's had enough. Head wobble. Any goals / clean sheet odds? Just for you, my friend. Of course we have. These are from Rob T FPL, by the way. Obviously, if you want to go and check out his amazing work on Twitter or on Blue Sky, some absolutely stupendous stuff. As we can see, I think a lot of the goals are going to be in today's game, to be honest. And captaincy could be very, very split. I'm going with Rafinha currently. I think he probably is going to be one of the best captaincy options. But Haaland's looking a decent shout. Lookman, Wirtz, Kane, some people have suggested. Pulisic, all could be fantastic options going into this week. Tomorrow is probably going to be a little bit sketchy. Maybe looking at a Dortmund player, a PSV player, or potentially somebody like a Mohamed Salah for that. But yeah, there you go. There are the betting and clean sheet odds if you want to obviously take a look at those as well. Best defender to transfer for Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm a big fan of Theo Hernandez from AC. Is it Theo? I can't remember. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. Lookman or Bakayoko? Bakayoko more longer term. Yeah, I probably would say Bakayoko. Will Emre Can start? Apparently he's been sick, so I don't think he will. Salah and Gyökeres with a -4 or Haaland and Gittins without a hit. Haaland and Gittins without a hit for me then. Got Chan and Trent. Is it worth taking a -4 to take one out as I only have one sub? Probably going to be worthwhile, yeah, mate. Garassi won't play for matchday 5. Yep, he won't. Correct. Like I said, guys, if you are enjoying today's stream, make sure you are hitting that like button. It does push it out to more people, and that is exactly what we want with these streams. So, yeah, make sure you're spamming that like button for me. But I think Barca will win 1-0. They don't look good without Yamal. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see tonight, won't we? Guess we'll have to wait and see for tonight. It is interesting, that one, how it will obviously affect their performance and stuff like that. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll come back to it. I guess, obviously, we've got a second go tomorrow, but I know a lot of people probably don't have decent players playing tomorrow. I'm looking at mine, and it's not looking good for captaincy tomorrow, is it? Probably would be a Bakayoko masterclass we'd be hoping for. I don't think he's worth a pick against Arsenal. Arsenal are currently sat second, by the way, for XG conceded within the Premier League. We know under Arteta as well, they've got an absolutely stupendous defensive record. So, yeah, I don't think it is going to be it. Yeah, Lookman's in the projected starting lineup, so I think he'll be starting. Yeah, new coach in charge as well. Might have different ideas and stuff like that. So, yeah. Just hit a line. Bro, it's not that kind of stream. Jeez. Andy, my boy. Let me quickly go and get some stuff out. For 1 week, I would maybe back the home team and go Bakayoko. Is Scales worth a pick? I've seen he's not in the predicted lineups on FF Bobby's account. By the way, I gave him a shout out earlier, but I'm going to give him another one because he's the absolute GOAT of this game, by the way. He, all day on his Twitter, has been pretty much retweeting like team news and stuff like that from, of course, local areas and not local areas, local from local newspapers and stuff like that. Here you go. Close to hitting 3K subs as well. So you know what, guys, go and give Bobby some love. Yeah, go and give Bobby some love. He's close to hitting 3K subs, so yeah, make sure you're doing there. But like I said, look, he's posting all these teams from all different accounts and stuff like that. So yeah, obviously, you know, as we can see here, Chan, Garassi, Sabitzer, all not playing. So yeah, he's the absolute GOAT. So big shout out to him. I think he might be live, to be honest. I think he might be live. Somebody sent me their team. Luke takes -4, no chips left. Not sure if Yamal's starting. Yamal's out. Chan might be a problem for your team as well. Looks like he's probably going to be a little bit of a doubt going forward as well. But yeah, Bobby's close to 3K subs, so go and obviously drop him a sub as well. I like it. I think the bench is a little bit wobbly, but the starting 11's decent. The starting 11's decent. I don't think you'll have any problems with that one. Damn predictive text. I know what you're up to, Andy. I know what you're up to. Best captaincy options for this match day: Lewandowski, Rafinha, Haaland, Wirtz. The list keeps going on, to be honest. Thoughts on Barcola? Not going to be a player I'm going to be picking up, to be honest. I mean, if you can't get on X, either go try on Blue Sky. I'm over on there as well. Or if you want to send me your team, just whack it in the chat as well. Yeah, I'm doing team reviews. Apparently he's been sick, has Emre Can. So that's why. Again, that's all from Bobby. I think he might be live. I'm just going to have a quick check if Bobby's live. If Bobby's live, go and give him some support. Go and give him some love. Help him hit 3K today. Because the guy's an absolute legend. I don't think he is. But, yeah, go and I'm going to whack it in the chat. Whack it in the chat. Help Bobby get to 3K subs. Let's get it in the chat. There you go. Head over to Bobby's channel and go and give him a sub. Yeah, Dortmund are struggling with injuries, to be honest. PSG are just good in Ligue 1, mate. Yeah, when they got French farmers to play, they're great. But other than that, yeah. They could be back for the game, but I don't think it's worth any kind of things. Please do not spam. We'll get round to questions as and when. In terms of Goalkeeper's replacements, Griezmann, Jonathan David. Who's the other one I've been saying to people? There's another one. It'll come in. Garassi looks like he's probably not going to be playing tomorrow. He's in the squad, but he's probably looking like a lead that he's going to be benched as well. Who is the best captain for today's match? I believe it's Rafinha, but I think, you know, Wirtz, Lewandowski, there's so many good picks today. And somebody could go big that nobody's even thought about. Like, genuinely, like, Wirtz could just absolutely pop off. Even, like, somebody in the early kickoff, like a Pulisic, a Griezmann, could absolutely go off. There's so many great fixtures this game week. Even, like, somebody like Kane against PSG, who've not been great, could go big. Could go big. Griezmann or Lookman. I think I'd probably go Griezmann more for the longer term fixtures. That's probably the way I'd go with that one. Any surprising results do I think tonight? Let me have a quick look at the games. I reckon there'll be some. I think you know what? I think Brest could do well. Like someone pointed out earlier in the chat, they have been doing exceptionally well. Maybe Feyenoord turn up and just continue this City like downpouring. Sporting Arsenal will be a good game. Maybe Young Boys actually win a game. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Somebody said Sparta Atleti. Yeah, you never know with these teams obviously playing away. Atletico Madrid's form in the Champions League has been rubbish. Thoughts on Timber at 4.4. Could be a decent option. Could be a decent option. We'll have to wait and see if we get team news. Thank you for sending me a team. Some people are saying Brest versus Barca as well. That could also be a decent shout. I asked this earlier in the stream and we got a few replies. But who should sit on the top of the tree, by the way? Obviously, if you've only just joined the stream, we now have a Christmas tree in the back to celebrate Christmas. But, of course, we have a nice big gap here for the angel, which usually sits on top of the tree. But who should it be? I'm thinking Jared Bowen, but let me know any players you think it should be. Valavojevic is out, so that's the first change I'd make on that team. Oh, yeah, Haaland. Gittins Brandt changed to... Yeah, Valavojevic is out, so that's the one I'd probably be a little bit wary of. Haaland to Kane, or should I start? I think you could leave Kane in there. Do Gabriel to Timber and Saka to Salah. I want Saka. Gulchrist is playing. I just don't think it's going to be that easy of a fixture. Haaland or Kane, who should I start? Both. Chris Wood, someone said. I mean, if I owned Chris Wood for the start of this season, I probably would. Put the coin up there, someone said. Cold Palmer would be a decent one. It obviously is winter themed as well. Engels, I don't think he's playing. Again, maybe just check on that one. Bowen, 100%, somebody said. Zappacosta's a doubt for the game. So that'll probably be the change that'll go there. Interesting. That's an interesting one, Scott. That is a really interesting one. How are you looking in terms of EFL fantasy as well? How are you looking? Yeah, Jonathan David I think could be a decent shout. Probably go Griezmann. Chan looks like he potentially could be injured. So just be wary of that one. Right, let's head over to Twitter. I think we've had quite a few teams sent in over there. So let's have a quick check on that one. Yamal to Wirtz, Guirassy to Schick, and Chan to Hernandez for a -4. I like absolutely every move you suggested there, mate. So, yeah, go for it. I think must-have, these are players very short. I mean, it's a really strong wildcard. It genuinely is a really good-looking wildcard. It is a really good-looking wildcard, so I like it, Scotty. I like it, my friend. Obviously, if you're sat in the stream, hope you're doing well with your EFL fantasy team as well. Obviously, a big night in that one. Did I wildcard? Yes, this is my wildcard team currently. Any info on Noah Lang? I couldn't find anyone. Is Chan out? It doesn't look great. Langley or Mittelstadt? Probably would prefer Mittelstadt. Christmas Bowen, good fixtures, West Ham. Yeah, I feel like it has to be Bowen up there, doesn't it? Just for all the silly dances I've done with Jared Bowen. Best midfielder for Wednesday, exclude Salah, Bakayoko. Yeah, I think that's a good lineup. Oliver, I think he's a great player. EFL going well. Still have Azaz as captain with 44 points, bailing me out this week though. Mate, if you've got him, that's how a lot of people are doing exceptionally well at this game. They'll just have like really, really good captaincy picks back to back. So yeah, I fair play, mate. I didn't end up picking him up in the end, and I'm having a bit of a stinker of this week. So yeah, but hopefully we can pull it back tonight. Need a Rafinha cook sesh tonight. We do indeed. Like, Rafinha needs to go big. Big, fat, juicy cook session. I think people are not considering Leao is purely down to the fact of the high-quality choice we've got with forwards. And then probably the fact that Pulisic is doing so well and is pretty cheap in midfield. I think I would probably go for Pulisic there then. If you've got Lewandowski, yeah. Best 9 million midfielder. I think looking at the midfielders that I've got in my team are probably, bar Saka, are probably going to be some of the most popular ones that people will suggest to you. Rafinha, Wirtz, Pulisic, Bakayoko as a differential as well. We've had Reinders obviously talked about quite a bit in the chat. So yeah, they're probably going to be the ones, mate. Ask the coin, mixed grill or lamb chop. This isn't what the coin's for. Don't be confusing the coin with your dinner order. What are you thinking between Kane and Haaland? I'm not feeling much love for Haaland recently. Tempted to swap him for Kane. I think it's one of those, though. I would probably say the only thing that would maybe switch my decision and why I've been thinking about Haaland is the betting markets. Yeah, the betting markets. Did I already use my Limitless? Yes, I did in 2. And we picked up like 124 points. It was wild. Yep, if you've sent me your team over on Twitter or X or Blue Sky, whatever, we'll go and take a look at it. Best 5 defenders long term. I think Dams at 4 million could be a decent pickup. Hernandez has to be in there. Mittelstadt. Probably looking at maybe like a PSG defender as well. Gabriel and Timber could also be decent options as well. What do you think the score Sparta Atleti will be? I hope Atletico Madrid come flying out and win like 3-0. I hope. Best defender for Wednesday. What fixtures have we got on Wednesday? Let's have a look. Probably going to be somebody from PSV, you know. Best clean sheet odds that game. So yeah, or maybe somebody like from Dortmund potentially could also be a decent one. But as we can see, there's a real low percentage chance of clean sheets across the board on that day. So yeah, that's a difficult one. Oh yeah, on the Limitless, it was oh my god, what's his name? Oh, he played Adeyemi. I had Adeyemi who got a first half hat trick against Celtic. It absolutely cooked everywhere. People looking at Inter players. What's Inter's run like? Because I've not got any Inter players, and maybe it's something we should probably have a look at. Let's have a look. Inter. So they got Leipzig. Who have they got after that? Leipzig, Leverkusen. Yeah, I'm not picking any of the other players. Not for me. Yamal out for Rafinha. I like all those. And if you want to captain Pulisic, then go with your gut and do it. This game's about having some fun and enjoyment. That's probably the way I'd go with that one. Koundé or Theo Hernandez for attacking threat. I think I'd probably go Theo for the fixtures. I don't have any money to get Sommer in. Yeah, and this is pretty much the team. Like the budget is fully stretched. Like we are all guns out here. All guns out. Yeah, I'm back and I'm feeling pretty decent, to be honest, mate. So yeah, tonsillitis is not a fun thing to have. Wouldn't recommend. Yeah, Yamal's not gonna play. Not gonna play. So yeah, that's him not looking good. We've got around an hour and 15 until the games kick off. Obviously, we'll start getting team news filtering through as well for the 2 early games. As we can see, I have quite a lot riding on that with 2 Milan players and, of course, Antoine Griezmann. Obviously, if neither of them are playing, it does make things a little bit more difficult, but it is what it is. Here's the team that we've had sent in. Do I do a -4 anywhere? Probably going to be for Yamal, mate, with him being a doubt for the game. Or you could do Garassi up to somebody. But I probably would say the midfield's probably looking a little bit more stacked. So probably a Yamal replacement is going to be where your -4 is going to be at. When am I using my wildcard? Yep, wildcard in this week. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same position. I think it's mainly down to the fact that the games just aren't as good tomorrow. So I think it's just one of those, like, we're gonna just have to go for it. When am I using the wildcard? This is the wildcard team. Patrick Schick, no, we've actually not spoken about him too much. I think he could be a decent player for this week, but the problem I do have with the Leverkusen fixtures, Inter next week, not great, then Atletico Madrid, and then final day, they probably already could be through at that point. So it's maybe going to be a short-term hold. That's probably the only thing, but obviously if you're wildcarding next week, it's not really an issue, is it? I believe it's the guy I've got in goal. I need to just double check that. I do need to just double check that. He's the one that's apparently going to be playing. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's still the main goalkeeper that I've got in on the bench for me. It's still the one. I'm 12k right now in the UCL. Where are you? I'm 32. I want to say 32 off the top of my head. Yeah, I think I probably would go with the 1 game week punt. The 1 game week punt, probably the way I'd go with it. Would you take a... Oh. See, the thing is, I really like Saka's more longer term fixtures. Like, I'm not 100% keen on the fixtures this week for Saka. I think it might be a little bit of a difficult game, but longer term, I want Saka in the squad, or Arsenal players at least. True. So yeah. Keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Of course, keep the likes coming in for the stream as well. Interestingly, on the poll, Rafinha is winning by a country mile. 56% have gone for Rafinha as their captain for tonight. So obviously, if you're on a decent rank position, it might just be worth going for Rafinha, playing the percentages, playing the numbers. But obviously, there are so many great picks to obviously go for tonight that might be worth maybe looking elsewhere. Who knows? Who knows indeed. Right, let's get off the For You page. Jesus, you don't know what's going to pop up on there. Griezmann's benched. Oh, no. Oh, Griezmann. My son. No. Right. Okie dokie. Right then. Bye-bye. Oh, they've murdered him. Now who do we go for? J. David? Bologna Stadsgrim? J. David might be one. How much am I off Haaland? Yeah, we got some thinking to do. We have got some thinking to do. J. David might be the one. What's Monaco's fixtures like? Not great. Not great. People are saying go just Gorkarez, Jonathan David, Schick. Pulisic starts. I mean, if we went Jonathan David, we'd have a lot more money. And we could actually get a playing goalkeeper. Right, I'm going to put Jonathan David in for now. So that's how the team's looking currently. So yeah, Jonathan David is in. Make sure you guys can see that. You can. But yeah, I can't believe it. Griezmann gone. Oh. Oh. Can't believe it. Absolutely heartbreaking. Pulisic is in. Hernandez is in. Great stuff. Yeah, Griezmann benched. Oh. I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe it. I'm gutted. I'm gutted. What about Alvarez? How many has he been playing? Not a lot. He's not a starter, is he? Right, let's have a look at the fixtures then, because we've probably got a little bit of thinking to do here. Griezmann comes from the bench to score a hat-trick. Yeah, he probably will. It's a toughie. It's a toughie now that Griezmann's been benched. It is a toughie. Because now I've got no Atletico Madrid players in there either. But now I can afford Oblak probably. I can't afford Oblak. Got Harry Kane in there already. It's such a tough one. No worries, mate. No worries. Yeah. Harry Kane would have been a great shout if we'd gone for him. But yeah, Jonathan David leaves us 2 mil in the bank. It means then we can go and get Salah straight away. No, I wouldn't waste transfers on goalkeepers, especially in this game. I wouldn't do it. Jonathan David. A Celtic forward? No, I don't think I can trust myself to go double Celtic. Right. Is Jonathan David predicted to play? That's the first question we've got to ask ourselves. Yes. He's 12-7. He's 12-7. Right, I think we're going Jonathan David. Goal against Juve, 2 against Atletico Madrid. That was off the bench. That was in 25 minutes. Oh my God. Goal against... Right, we're going Jonathan David. We're balls in it. We're balls in it. We're going Jonathan David. We're going for it. We're going for it. Jonathan David all the way. We're balls in it. Let's have a bit of Jonathan David time. Patrick Schick, the problem I've got is then I'd be looking to replace him next week. Same with Sorleff. Griezmann could come back in next week very, very easily. So yeah, I'm not going to risk it. We're going to play Jonathan David. We're going for it. We've got 2 mil extra in the bank as well. I could probably upgrade one of my defenders, to be honest. You just saw the light, Tom. I could probably upgrade one of my defenders with the money we've got left over. Or do I leave it? Jamie said Lille are my favourite French team and Jonathan David is great. Depends who... If you're going to captain Haaland, then yeah. Otherwise, I like David and Lookman as options. Yeah, Jonathan David. Oof. Didn't think we'd be here. Did not think we'd be here, but we are. But yeah, we've got around 2 million in the bank. We probably could get a better goalkeeper now. We can probably get a goalkeeper that plays tomorrow, actually. Who plays tomorrow? Right. So looking at this, we could get... I mean, we could go and get the Kobel. Because the fixtures aren't terrible coming up for Dortmund, right? Yeah, next week's a bit stinky, but Bologna and Shakhtar after that. Yeah, no Rafael Leao. That's why I wasn't recommending him to people. Triple Bayern, Arsenal, triple AC, thoughts. I probably wouldn't recommend tripling in this game. I think doubles are sufficing enough. But yeah, Oh, okay. Israel and Nubel play different days. That is what I want to hear, my friend. That man in the chat, what a guy. What a guy. Yeah, because they play... No, they don't. They play... Oh, yeah, they do. He plays on the 11th. Oh, yeah, they are great fixtures. And he's played every single one, right? Yeah, he has. All right, I reckon we're doing that then. Probably means bye-bye Mittelstadt. I mean, we've got 7.2 million. We can go and get anyone we want. Right, let's have a look. I mean, I could get a Bayern defender. That might not be a bad option. Yeah, I like that as an option. If we get a Bayern defender. If we got somebody like, maybe like Kim. Has Kim been playing decent minutes? Alphonso Davies, not really. Who's been playing the most minutes at the back for Bayern this season? Let's have a look. Upamecano, Kim. Kim 11 games. Upamecano 11 games. Jonathan Davis 10. Alright, we're going to go Kim. I kind of like that. I do think that makes the team a little bit better. Right, we've done that. Kim plays today, right? Kim plays today, yeah, 26. So he comes in instead of Dams. Confirm. Because the reason I want Bayern players is after that, that's a great run of free. PSG at home as well. You never know what could happen there. So yeah, I think that looks a lot better of a team. A more well-rounded team, in my opinion. Yeah, people have gone Kim. Kim's probably the better one to go for. Yeah, I personally think that looks better than the team we had. Ball recovery monster. Yeah, let's go Kim then. Because I now think that team going forward looks a lot better than the team with Griezmann in. I feel the defence is a lot stronger. I feel like now we've got alternative goalkeepers as well. I need to actually change my goalkeepers. Yeah, thank you very much for someone saying that in the chat. I just noticed that dead late on. Sub in, sub out, boom. Yeah. Let me just quickly make sure we've got everybody playing today. 26, 26, 26. Obviously, Jonathan David up top. But yeah, we're looking good. We are looking good. There we go. Need to move that up a smidge. There we go. I should do it. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Obviously, keep your questions coming in, guys. We've got about an hour till the deadline. We'll be going all the way up until then as well. So yeah, keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Of course, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button as well. It'd be amazing if we could hit 11k by the end of the year. Like, genuinely, my goal originally was 10k. So doing 1k more than that, yeah, I'd be extremely happy. And obviously, if you're enjoying the content, you know what I mean? We're here for the UCL streams. We're here for the deadline streams as well. They're usually like 3.5 hours long as well. So, yeah, plenty of content coming your way, guys. EFL Fantasy as well. If you play that game, we do videos. Obviously, we're on Twitter as well quite a bit with that. But yeah, this is how we're lining up for this week. This is the wildcard team active. And I like it. I think it could go big. I genuinely think it could go big. I think it looks a lot better than with the Griezmann team in. I think we've upgraded the defence. We've now got 2 rotating goalkeepers as well. So yeah, I think we've made the right choice here. I think we've made the right choice. I mean, Jonathan David's got to go big, but hopefully he can muster that up. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, eh? Can't believe Griezmann benched. Oh. But would love more AC players. Wildcard in next week. I mean, you could do Kimmich to Reinders. Kimmich to Reinders is a possibility. If you really wanted to get another AC player in there. But yeah, can't believe that. Can't believe that. AC Milan. I mean, Atletico Madrid letting us down like that. Bastards. Bastards. Do we upgrade Dams? Like, he doesn't... 7, 4, 5. He's not bad at ball recoveries, is he? He's old Dams. Yeah, we'll keep Dams. We'll keep Dams. The fixtures are decent. I just may... Yeah, I think we keep him. How come you've not gone for any Dortmund players? Zagreb have a lot of injury woes, and you can probably just rotate the Barca game. I mean, I could, but I don't particularly know who I'd want to get in with the originally when I built this team, it was Garassi up top, and I think that'd be perfect for how this team's looking at the moment. I also don't want to have too many players like where I've got to rotate. Like, we've got Wirtz, we'll probably need to take out next week. Probably one of Lewandowski or Rafinha needs to come out as well. So I've kind of got a few transfers that we need to be probably making anyway. Then adding in a Dortmund player that we need to rotate or bench or take out next week. Again, I just don't want the headache. And I think we've got some great players going up against pretty difficult teams anyway. Best defenders under 5.4 million. I think Kim after this week's got some decent fixtures. Same with Arsenal defenders. Jurrien Timber could be a decent one. I'm a big fan of anybody from PSV. They're looking pretty decent with their fixtures. Maybe a Milan defender as well within that price bracket could also be worth a potential shout to go for as well. So you've got plenty of options. Let's put it that way. You've got plenty of options to go for within that price bracket for me personally. Would you sell Gvardiol for a -4? I wouldn't sell him for a -4. They should keep a clean sheet against Feyenoord for me personally. They should. And if they don't, they want shooting. They want shooting if they don't. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Obviously, we need to put a tweet out as well. Let's get a tweet going. Oh, I've absolutely bottled that one. That looks terrible. There we go. Boom! Cool. Post. Bosch, that's out there. Final team from Scotty. Let's take a look at this. Like it, mate. Like it. It looks good. Luke de Jong is out injured. There you go. Luke de Jong's out injured. I read that today somewhere on Twitter. He's out injured, so do just be wary of that one. What questions have I missed in the meantime? Can you confirm a doubt for tomorrow? What do you mean, can I confirm a doubt for tomorrow? Olmo. I prefer the second option. Yeah. Yeah, I like both of the options you've suggested there. I think they're brilliant. I have 2 transfers. Is it okay to Grassi to Lewandowski and Yamal to Rafinha? I have Haaland and Kane. Yep, seems perfect to me. Right, okay. Emre Can looks a big doubt for tomorrow's game. Ooh. I think there's probably 3 better forwards. If I was on a Limitless, my forwards would be Kane, Haaland, Lewandowski. That's genuinely the 3 forwards I would have. Thank you very much, Andy. Yeah, I think I was having a chat with Tom Golden Goal about this. Because we have like weekly calls now, pretty much, with there's a few of us in a group chat that are all pretty much similar minded. And yeah, we were having a chat about things, and I think my plan for next year is to try and make 1 video a month onto that other channel. And yeah, see what happens. I'm hopeful that I can get another video done in December. Hopefully there's something interesting happening in January. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I think we have around 2 million in the bank. If Lewandowski/Rafinha fail as cap on day 2, go Salah or Gittins. Salah for me, I think, with the form he's in. What are you going to do with flies in your eyes? It's the same old fly. And, yeah. We're close to 50 likes, by the way, on today's stream. So if you are enjoying it, make sure you are hitting that like button. Gorkarez over Lewandowski long term. I mean, we can take Lewandowski out next week if all comes to the worst, doesn't it? Yeah, I think I'm going to save it, see what we can do with it next week. I need 1 more player for Wednesday, so Gittins plus Alvarez or Foden David on Limitless. Oh, if you need another one for tomorrow, join the Jonathan David hype train. That's all I'm going to say. Join the Jonathan David hype train. Who's my captain for tomorrow? It's probably going to be either Bakayoko or Jonathan David at this rate, isn't it? Diaz or Gittins? Probably Gittins. You know what's happening. You know what's happening, lad. You know me as the Rizzler. You know exactly what's happening. Oh dear, dear. Plenty of big things planned. I've kind of gone through some other ideas as well, so plenty more stuff planned for the second channel. Yes, I'm still doing Twitter reviews. If you want to send me over your team, please do. It's dropped a little bit nippy in here. We might have to whack the jumper on. It's got a little bit nippy. My team is... Yamal's out. Garassi is a doubt. 2 free transfers. What do you think? Probably get rid of the 2 injured players in Yamal and Garassi. That would probably be my one now. Would you just do Reinders or Pulisic or just 1? I probably would just have 1. How's it going, George? Yes, I'm on a wild card, mate. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. I don't think it's a big problem if you've only got 3 players playing tomorrow. Like, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's probably a little bit more than most people. Everybody is joining the Jonathan David Hype train. And I'm in love with it, mate. I'm in love with it. Why are people needing or liking players playing on different days? I'm confused about that. Probably because of captaincy, rotating around with your bench. I'm the Rizzler, King Blue to be precise. Is Gittin still good? Yeah, he is. I'm good. Was on a wildcard last game week. Unfortunately, picked up 3 injuries. Mate, that is a honker. I feel for you on that one, man. I feel for you on that one. What do you think of the tree, George? What do you think about that? It's looking pretty good, isn't it? It's looking... The budget this season's gone right through the roof. It's gone through the roof. I sent my team on X. Cool, we'll go and take a look at that in a second. I might just have to pop a jumper on, though, because it has got extremely cold in my room. I don't know where this cold chills come from, but it's coming, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna pop the jumper on. We're gonna get a little bit toasty, get a little bit warmer. Oh, I've absolutely bottled this jumper here, by the way. You know me as the Rizzler. Yeah, I traded in Jake for a Christmas tree. Haaland for Lewandowski. Haaland's not a bad option this week. He isn't, like... If you look at the betting market, City have the best projected goals this week. Oh, there we go. There we go. Is Lookman a penalty taker for Atalanta, or did he stop taking penalties after that Fulham chip? I remember that. I had him that week in FPL. But yeah, I don't actually know. Lille tends to frequently get penalties and David takes them. That is what I'm all here for. The Jonathan David hype train has begun. It has begun. Right. Let's head over to Twitter. I think we've had a few people send in their teams. Free transfer recommendations. Also, should I wildcard? 1, 2, 3. I mean, you've got 3 players out injured. I'd be tempted to wildcard. How many players would you realistically replace on a wildcard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 6 on a wildcard. But I reckon you could get by with a 3. If you really wanted to attack the latter stages of this group stage, then a wildcard may be worth it. But yeah, I think you can get by. Opinions. Jonathan David, yes. Yeah, I'm a fan. I like it. I like it, mate. It looks decent. It looks decent. Looks decent. Evan Ferguson will be made available for loan in January. Wow. Wow. How many points on FPL this week? I got 81. I think we got 67. Another green arrow. So yeah, big fan of that one. Someone's just put the penalty taker in there in the chat for Atalanta this season, so that makes sense. How long till deadline? Like everyone locked in, if not hit. Like I read that such like an idiot. Like genuinely such like an idiot. I have Salah might move to Saka next week maybe. I think if Liverpool beat Madrid, like they're probably going to be through. I think that's what people are sometimes forgetting, is these latter games. You know what I mean? Like if the team's already through, there's so many Premier League games coming up that they might just rotate. Like they genuinely just might rotate. Dub for Welbeck on FPL, yeah, big juicy dub that one for Danny Welbeck on FPL. That one. If you've got Danny Welbeck, you are licking your lips. Probably benefit João Pedro as well. We've had a few questions about Guirassy. It doesn't look like he is going to be playing tomorrow. He's in the match squad, but is rumoured to be on the bench. We're only 2 likes away from 50 likes, by the way. So if you have enjoyed today's stream, make sure, of course, you are hitting that like button, subscribing, all that good stuff. Line predicted again, bro. What's going off with your autocorrect, eh? What's going off with your autocorrect, Andy? What's cracking with it? What about Yamal? Yamal is out. Yep. Get gone. Yamal won't play today. So yeah, there you go. There's your updates on that one. There is your updates on that one. I'm feeling confident about this week. Mine's 8 and feeling 100 points for some reason. I hope it works out for you, mate. I hope it works out for you. The Jonathan David Hype Club is all here. So yeah. Hopefully maybe tomorrow if it's needed, if it's required. He might be getting the armband. Bakayoko as well could also be a decent shout. We've got some tasty picks. We've got some tasty picks in here. Not had another team sent in. I thought we might have done. People going for Schick. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Here's a perfect example of teams that don't really need too many points, kind of up this top end. So getting the top 8, like some of these teams here, like Arsenal got a big amount of work to do. Same with AC, same with Bayern Munich as well. Let me quickly bring up the table. Let's quickly bring up the table for the Champions League, because it is going to be more and more important. So as you can see here, Liverpool, like you feel if they win that next game, they can probably go a little bit more easy on it. Same with Sporting, if they somehow get a result in the next few. That's why I'm a little bit hesitant on Goalkeeper, because I think, yeah, they might not beat Arsenal, but they could definitely win some of the next fixtures coming up. But then you've got teams like here, like Manchester City will be obviously trying to pick up as many points to get in here. Same with Lille. They'll be trying, so Jonathan David looks decent. Bayern Munich definitely need more points on the board, so that's why we've got Kim and Kane for their decent run coming up. Milan obviously needs some work to do if they want to get into that top 8. PSV and Atletico are hanging on down the bottom here. So yeah, Stuttgart as well, if they want to progress to the next round, need to pick up more points as well. So it is important looking at this in terms of some of the players we are going to be focusing on for the next few weeks. Because like I said, if Liverpool win this game and Sporting somehow beat Arsenal, they're probably going to rotate. They probably are. Who would you recommend for backup captain? I mean, there's not really such a thing as a backup captain, is there? So, yeah. I have 6.4 million in the bank. I have Pulisic, so no Reinders. Could you give me some suggestions, please? Ooh, probably the guy from Celtic, Kuhn, or if you can maybe stretch Bakayoko, potentially. I can't remember your team, bro. I can't remember your team. Yeah, PSG have had a honking start. Will Trent, Frimpong or Guirassy play? I don't think Trent will. He's apparently in the matchday squad, but I don't think they'll put him straight back in. Guirassy probably again, probably more looking likely on the bench. Cool, Jamie. We'll go and take a look at that in a second. Got around 40 minutes till the deadline as well, so make sure you're getting your teams locked and loaded. I like it. I love seeing Jonathan David up top. That is just beautiful. That right there is just glorious, isn't it? Rest of the team looking good, mate. Obviously, I know you're a Villa fan as well, so hopefully a big win for them tomorrow could see them through. Genuinely could see them through. The reason I've gone for Gabriel is there's a lot of games coming up. Premier League, Carabao Cup and stuff like that. Abby's got the news for us there. She said, Slot has said Trent is fit but won't start. There we go. There we go. I probably would go for the top option. Is it worth transferring out Haaland? Like I said, they are the best team for projected goals for this week. So I don't think it's necessarily going to be a week where you maybe want to sell Haaland. I feel he'll be quite frustrated as well. And they'll want to do a job on Feyenoord, I reckon. To show people that, you know, they're not a team to be messed with. They need something confident to get themselves back up underway. Mayan, probably Oliver. is probably going to be a pick. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Mayan. I can't remember how you pronounce it. Captain Lua or Rafinha. I think most people are going to be going Rafinha. Looking at the poll in the chat, 57% are going for Rafinha. But yeah, both are really good options. If you want the old coin to help you decide on that one, let me know. Is Frimpong playing? No, I had a look at this earlier. He's not in the predicted lineups. What to do with Garassi? I think if you've not got any clear options, then just bench him for this week. Shall we see the coin? Coin. I probably would prefer going Reinders over Gittins for decent fixtures coming up for AC. I probably would recommend getting rid of your injured players first before players that play. I've just snapped an elastic band on my finger. Well done, me. I love it. I love it. If you're joining the Jonathan David hype club, George, I'm all for it. I'm a little bit worried about high EO players, but this game for me is more about fun. FPL, I look a lot more into the data and stuff like that. This is purely I wanted to make content on this one because I enjoyed playing the Euro Fantasy game. I love the extra points you can pick up, and it was mainly just to get into the new Champions League format. I thought it looked exciting. I thought there could be the potential for what is actually happening now, where big teams are struggling because they got a lot more games. Littler teams playing against littler teams more often, meaning they can pick up points and obviously progress to latter stages and stuff like that. And again, I'm just enjoying it. So yeah, that's the way I've gone for that one. I mean, if you've not got Rafinha, to be fair, George, Rafinha might be the one. Just for this week, and I think captaincy, obviously with your decent rank. Flip-flopping between them. Bro, Scott, if you want to go on the coin, mate. If you want to go on the coin. Yamal won't be playing. Again, if anybody's got any dilemmas, if they're stuck between Rafinha and Lewandowski, I think it is going to be tight. I think my suggestion would be go for Rafinha, but obviously if you want to have a go on the coin, be my guest. Foden, Gittins, Lookman on a Limitless. I don't think I'd have Foden on a Limitless. I don't think I would, I'm not feeling it. I switched because we had extra money from dropping Griezmann, and it now means we have a goalkeeper that play pretty much like on different days. Went from 7th to 300 or something last week. Oh, mate, that's a stinker. We'll get you back. We'll get you back winning the game. Trust. You've got Lewandowski and Haaland. Maybe Kane, if you could stretch that far. JD. Old Jonathan David was singing his praises today. He could be the one. I mean, if you're not going to use it, maybe next week's probably the last chance I would say to get the full benefit of a wild card. Other than that, I probably would say after that point, wait till maybe a little bit later in the knockouts around the quarterfinal times. Purely down to the fact that we get unlimited transfers for the next 2 rounds, like the obviously the weird knockout round for those that are 8, 9 to whatever 20 something or whatever. Grassi's in the squad, but it's looking likely that he will be benched. Pulisic or Wirtz. I think Wirtz could go big this game, so probably Wirtz. I think I probably would go Lewandowski captain. I know he's top on the betting markets for projected goals, so yeah, I probably would do that one. I wouldn't do a -4 to get in Lewandowski for Haaland, not for me personally. Not for me. When do I rate? I rate all the time. Yeah, it looks a decent team. In your opinion, Tom, I think I'd go Rafinha, mate. I think I'd go Rafinha. But if you're looking for a diff captain, Haaland could be the one. Cool. Let's have a look. Any recommendations? I think you've done all the moves that I probably would have done, to be honest, mate. Yeah, I think you're in a decent position there. Rate it. Looking good. Looking really, really good. Different picks up front. Not something we're used to seeing. Hall and cap for Bobby. Love it. Did Bobby hit 3K, by the way? I don't know if he did. Let's have a look. Did he hit 3K? Oh, he's got to be close. I'm going to whack his channel in the chat. By the way, for anybody that does enjoy Champions League content, please feel free to go and check out my friend FF Bobby. Great guy, making some absolutely stupendous content, as always, on Champions League Fantasy or UCL Fantasy as well. No worries, Oliver, mate. Enjoy your tea. But yeah, please go and check him out. He's close to 3K subs, so yeah, make sure you go and dropping him a little cheeky sub. David or Lewandowski? Lewandowski for one. I checked your team, Jamie. I checked your team, mate. I checked it. You might want to go back, but I definitely checked it. No worries, mate. Enjoy your tea. Yeah, he's in a few. He's in a few other picks as well. I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to I think the Bayer Leverkusen fixtures after this week do get a little bit skewed. So yeah, that's only the reason I didn't pick it. Lev is top predicted points. He is, I think. I know he's top of projected goals on the betting market. But yeah. Do keep your questions coming in. Anybody that you have? Oh, dear, dear, dear. I mean, if you feel like not having Haaland's a big risk, then that makes sense. That makes sense. I haven't thought about the next fixtures. I don't think your team looks too bad, to be honest. I love the Bakayoko pick, but this Kim is not for me. Let's wait and see. Reinders over Pulisic. It's one of those. I think both are great options. If you're struggling for budget, Reinders makes more sense. I just need to quickly grab my laptop charger because it's dying. My light, it's dying. Oh, I've got some biscuits. I was feeling a bit peckish. I forgot we got some biscuits. Right, we got some shortbread. Oh, shit. Boom. Some bourbons, baby, to keep us cooking on this stream. Why Jonathan David? Why Jonathan David? Because the man is going to win us everything. The man is going to put us back on track. The man is going to win me UCL Fantasy. What do I think about Pulisic captain? I think there's better options today for me personally. Bro, I did. I reviewed your team. Jen. I reviewed your team. I'll do it again though, because I know you're a top lad. Let me know your favourite biscuit in the chat. Let me know. We're currently nomming down on some bourbons. Right, we're doing Jamie's team again. All good. And I remember saying last time I was like, oh, good luck with the two Villa boys. I remember literally saying it. But yeah, you're looking good, mate. You are genuinely looking good. Right. What other ones have we had sent in? Jeez. Sorry, I keep sending. I'm debating wildcard in. I don't necessarily think the wildcard is 100% needed. If you really want to attack the group stage, then go for the wildcard. If not, just enjoy it. What do you think? Big fan. I really like that. That's a great team. Yep, big fan of that one. End up making a -4 for Grassy to David. Lookman 17-pointer incoming. Hope so for you, man. Hope so. Bourbons or the caramel digestives. That's a bit woke. We got some Bourbons here. Bourbons are great. Reinders or Lookman? Reinders more longer term. Lookman, yeah. Is Garassi secure for the Dortmund game? Probably not. No Lookman? Nope. Yeah, I'll probably do the option without the -4, the Pulisic and PSV defender. And then I'll probably leave Elise. Yeah, go for the minus. I think that's a good long-term move. Best PSV defender. I think Dams at 4 million is great value. Picks up a few ball recoveries as well, so yeah, I think he's great value at 4 million. Do keep your questions coming in, any that you have ahead of the deadline. We're going to open a second pack of biscuits. We've got some fruit shortcake. These are underrated. Genuinely underrated. I think you've got to go Jonathan David. I'd go Jonathan David. No worries, mate. No worries. Anytime, any advice you need, let me know. I'm trying to open these as quietly as possible, but they're not opening. Pulisic or Wirtz. Wirtz for this week. Pulisic more longer term. Griezmann is not starting. That's why we've changed the team around a bit. Thank you for sending your team in, bro. We'll go and take a look at it. I know people enjoy watching me eat, so we're just going to scran some more biscuits. Thinking of doing Rudiger to Theo Hernandez, Yamal to Pulisic / Wirtz, and Mbappe to Lewandowski for a -4. Could still wildcard. Not sure if I should. I'd be maybe tempted with a wildcard. You've got quite a few issues, so I reckon a wildcard could be still a decent option to pull out this week and really attack the next few games. But the -4 works as well. I think just with you having the wildcard in the back pocket, it might be worth just hitting that wildcard button rather than a -4. Oh, bro, you got to wait for the lineups. And if you're bringing anybody in, bring Jonathan David in. That's where we're at. I could do the unthinkable and drop Jonathan David for Kane, but would need to swap Pulisic for a 6. I mean, you could just go for Reinders, couldn't you? My favourite budget defender this week is going to be Dams or Trusty. Both have got great fixtures coming up, so yeah, I definitely would be looking at those two. They don't carry the transfers, but yeah, you still get transfers next week. You got 8.7 million. I'd be tempted with join the hype train of Jonathan David. I'm selling it to everyone on here. There's also a guy from PSV who started. I can't quite remember his name, but he's the lowest point scoring striker they've got in the game. Trust me, Captain Wirtz, Barcelona are going to lose to Brest. We'll wait and see on that one. I would prefer Garassi to Lewandowski. Around 20 minutes till the deadline, guys, so do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have, we'll try and get an answered for you. Pape, that's the guy. Pape, yeah. Brilliant. That is the guy. Looks like Luke de Jong's going to be out for this game week, so could be an option. But if you're going against Jonathan David, what are you doing, really? I need to Google these. Yeah, so if you've taken a minus or whatever, it'll take it out. Yeah. I would go Bostacogli, if that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, say you've taken like a minus 28, then hit the wildcard button. It will discount that minus. There you go. I beg your pardon, Andy. Yamal won't play today. There you go. I mean, Mbappe's still going to be playing, isn't he? But Liverpool are currently sat top for XG conceded in the Premier League, so it's not going to be an easy game away at Anfield. I don't know where I put my phone, by the way. It's on the floor. It's on the floor. Lewandowski, Haaland, Reinders or Wirtz as captain. I would probably be tempted with Lewandowski, Haaland, Wirtz, Reinders in that order. Cap 1, I'd probably go Rafinha, Lewandowski, Haaland, Kane. Grimaldo. But my number one option is going to be Hernandez from Thingy. He's going to be my number one option. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Keep the likes coming in. Keep the subscriptions coming in as well. Massively appreciated by me, everybody that's been in today's stream. As always, you've been a cracking little audience, haven't you? I probably will be going Bakayoko, but maybe I'll be tempted with Jonathan. But I think we'll be going Bakayoko for that one. That's probably the way we'll be looking at that. Do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have ahead of today's deadline. No, he said tomorrow's deadline. Of course, there is going to be FPL content out on the channel over the next few days. Then, of course, is the deadline on Friday. Then we have a very quick turnaround with a deadline on Tuesday, sorry. Then it's back to a Saturday deadline. Then we've got another Champions League stream, so another Tuesday stream. Then we're back on a Saturday. So yeah, there's plenty of streams coming up, to be honest. I'd probably go Theo Hernandez for more longer terms. I probably would go... Ooh, Israeli? I don't know how you actually pronounce his name. I need to look up that one. Yeah, I've got so many players in here that are massive differentials that could pop off. So hopefully we get something. Yep, Jamie's got the right idea. Make sure you're hitting that like button, hitting subscribe, and all that good stuff as well. Mainly for the tree. We need some more decorations on the tree, and we need some more money. So start putting up, boys. Come on. Start putting up. Oh, dear. Oh. Let's have a look if anything else is kicking off. Nice, Andy, mate. Hopefully it works out all good for you. I think you've joined the Jonathan David hype train, right? I think you're on that. I'd probably be tempted. I don't know if I'd necessarily do it because Dortmund do have a great fixture. But anybody that would be... Like, I don't know if any of them would be worth it for the -4. So I think I'd probably just stick with Gittins. Yeah, I probably would just stick with Gittins on that one. That'd be my advice. Stick with Gittins. There you go. Stick with Gittins and hope for the best. Best 5 defenders on a wild card. I think Hernandez has to be one of those. Kim's got a pretty decent run after this game week as well. Dams, if you're looking for a cheap option. Trusty's also in there as a cheaper option as well. Inter defenders might not be a bad option. Atalanta players might not be a bad option as well. So yeah, there are a few teams to obviously take a look at. Stuttgart, maybe somebody like Mittelstadt as well. Foden to Salah for a -4. I don't think I would. Pulisic or Lookman. I think I'd go Pulisic this week. Probably go Reinders out of all of those ones. Got Gittins myself. Very, very nice, mate. Very, very nice. Hopefully that works out wonders for you. Hopefully so. No worries, George, mate. I'll probably see you on Friday anyway for the deadline stream for FPL. So yeah, we'll see you there for that one. By the way, I'm being a little bit more quiet as I am trying to just not decimate my voice every single stream. Because that's probably what led to me getting tonsillitis, was just overuse of my voice and just killing it into the ground. So yeah. 15 minutes to lock in. Yep, make sure you're getting those teams locked and loaded. There you go, George. I've sorted you out. Yep, Friday deadline. It is Brighton versus Southampton. We might be taking Haaland out, potentially. Nunes or Lewis in the first 11. Let me have a look. I think Dams could be probably the best one. Or any sort of PSV defender or goalkeeper, because they have the best clean sheet odds for tomorrow. What was the question someone asked me? Nunes or Lewis, who's in the starting lineup? Let's have a look. Both Nunes and Lewis are in the starting lineup, so you should be okay with that one. The time for the FPL stream, I don't know, because it will be a 6:30 deadline. So 4:30. Maybe like half three deadline. We'll start. 3 hour it. 3:30 or 3, somewhere around there. Get myself a few drinks and stuff like that ready. So yeah. No worries, mate. Happy we could help you out. Happy we could help you out. Happy we could help you out. Like I said, make sure you're getting your teams locked and loaded. Making sure all your players play today as well. I don't think I'd do a -4 for Hakimi. At least he plays. He does all right with ball recoveries. And actually has probably been very unfortunate this Champions League campaign to not come away with a mega haul. So I probably would leave him. I don't think there's necessarily anybody that's worth bringing in that's going to get him the same level of points. So yeah, that's just my advice on that one, by the way. If you want to go for the -4, go for the -4. I'm just going to quickly open some lozenges up. I don't think Goalkeeper is going to be a captaincy option for me. Arsenal are currently sat second in terms of XG conceded in the Premier League. I think Marlon's in the predicted lineup, so I'd go for him. I just can't trust Darwin. Can't trust Darwin. But yeah, both Haaland and Kane are also decent options with great projected numbers. Like I said, the betting data for this week, City have the best projected goals out of everybody. Barca second. Joint second as well with Leverkusen there. So Wirtz also enters the conversation. But yeah, there's some really, really tasty pickups this week. So yeah. Let me know which way you're going with some of these picks. What's this? I think they're both available. Hang on, let me read it. Both are an option for tomorrow. Nothing confirmed. We knew Guirassy was in the squad, but both are an option. So if you've got Chan or Guirassy, both are apparently options. I've seen him in some predicted lineups. I've not seen him in others as well. So yeah. Mine's a game week 8. Mine's 8 game week 5 lock. I'm feeling confident. Bro, if you're feeling confident, the team's looking pretty decent. Good luck, mate. Good luck, honestly. Jared Bowen. What questions we got going around in the chat? I've just been talking about stuff and you guys can't see my screen on Twitter. Hernandez over Grimaldo for today. It's more longer term because this is a wild card, so yeah. Lewandowski's a great captaincy option. Man City defenders could haul, like, Feyenoord, as we can see there, low projected goals, decent clean sheet odds as well for City. Could be one. Got about 10 minutes till the deadline, guys, so make sure you're getting your teams locked and loaded. What are the best midfielders? I feel one of Pulisic or Reinders. Wirtz for this week. Rafinha definitely has to be in there. Lookman, Bakayoko. There's plenty of great options. Yeah, I think Lookman for your Mal might not be a bad option. Oh, that's a big change, that one, mate. That is a big change, but yeah, like you said, Haaland could go big this week. He really, really could. I mean, you could just play De Gregor, but obviously this guy's 4 million. My starting goalkeeper. I'm not going to butcher his name again, but yeah, he's 4 million. If you need somebody. Best 2 goalkeepers. I definitely think the Stuttgart goalkeeper has to be. I probably would look here, right, in terms of the fixtures coming up. So Arsenal got a good run in, so maybe somebody like a Raya. Mayan could also be a decent option. Oblak, but it's quite pricey. The PSV goalkeeper. The Stuttgart goalkeeper could also be decent ones as well. There's probably the teams I would be looking to target. I did go Alvarez, Gorkrez and Kane's force. It's not bad, not bad. For reasons not to captain him FPL. Yeah, if he bags, could be a very big captaincy option. Really, really could. Do I think Guirassy is going to start? I think he'll be benched, but Dortmund were very positive and said that he could be available, so take of that what you will, but some of the predicted lineups I've seen have him benched. Captain Wirtz, Haaland or Kane. I think, honestly, the first 2 are probably going to be where the points are at, for me personally. But all of them are great options. Genuinely, all of them are great options. I think I'd probably maybe go Haaland just for the projected goals that City have got this week. Force on Lookman, yeah. The reason I've not gone with him is the fixtures do get a little bit patchy compared to some of my other midfielders. But yeah, he's still a good option. Is there a way to find out how many total players are there in a league? I'm currently 79th in India. Very nice. I'm sure there'll be a way, but I don't know what it is. There you go. I'm sure there will be a way, though. Yeah, there'll definitely be a way. Someone will know in the chat, maybe. Potentially. Someone will know. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. One final check of Twitter. Make sure there's nothing coming out. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. The only thing I probably would say is, Andy, I don't really like goalkeeper transfers. But if it gives you some money to make something decent, best 7.5 is probably going to be Pulisic. I like Bakayoko on my bench. I think Wirtz has gone up, has he not? Yeah, he's at 7.7, but Bakayoko could be a differential shout. There's a few names for you, Harry. Yeah, Coble should start. Dams or Trusty? I probably would go Dams, as I expect PSV to be a bit of a better defence. Like, I think Bruges might give Celtic a game. I don't expect that from Shakhtar. Best Guirassy replacements? Depends what your budget is, but Haaland, Kane, Lewandowski if you've got the money. Jonathan David is the option we've gone for. There's also the guy from PSV, I can't remember his name. Their forward who's on 3 points. So yeah, that's probably where I'd go with that one. Yeah. Take a little trip with me. Take a little trip. Take a little trip. Do 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 do. I think you probably could do better than De Gregor in goal. I mean, if Saka doesn't work, then we just change goalkeepers for tomorrow. It's more just like because we've got rotating goalkeepers then. So yeah, Noob will just come in. Saka, Lookman or Pulisic. Probably will be one of the latter two. I would be more tempted with Kane longer term as a decent option. Like the fixtures for Bayern after this week are really, really good. Shakhtar, Feyenoord, and if they need anything in that final game, Bratislava. Yeah, it's just a good run. Yeah, this is a good week to use both chips, arguably. Depends what your team looks like. Depends what plan you've got as well. Notifications will fly. Yeah, there's a lot of games on today, isn't there? Yeah, I know FPL is quite big out in India. We have quite a lot of viewers and subscribers from India as well, so it's one of those. PSV goalkeeper we don't need because we have Dams. And the Atalanta goalkeeper I don't think rotates well with Thingy. Oh, if they rotate well, then go for it. I just don't like De Gregor. I don't like Juve's fixtures. But I get it. If they rotate, they rotate. Probably about 3 minutes till the deadline, guys. So make sure you get your teams locked, loaded, and ready. Yeah. I have Haaland. Should I keep him in for the upcoming game weeks or sell him? I keep him for this week. Top of projected goals of Manchester City against Feyenoord this week, so makes sense to keep him. Makes sense to keep him. Probably around 1 to 2 minutes left, guys, before the deadline. So, yeah, I think we're probably going to wrap it up in a second. So I'm going to go and watch the Milan game. There will be a video out from me tomorrow discussing my FPL team for the deadline on Friday. Of course, then on Thursday, there'll be a stream with Jake. Then there will be a stream on Friday for the deadline. So there you go. Lots of high quality content coming your way as always. Make sure as well you are hitting that subscribe button, like button, all that good stuff. And yeah, best of luck in Matchday 5, I guess, for the people that are playing UCL Fantasy this week. My team for this week looks fine. Looks decent. Looks decent. Best of luck, mate. Best of luck to everybody in the chat. Hopefully everyone can smash it out of the park. Hopefully so. It is a good app. It is a good app. I do like it. I do like it. I do like it indeed. But like I said, I'm going to go and watch the Milan game now. So I'm off. But like I said, there's plenty more content coming your way over the next few days. I'm actually just going to quickly check Twitter. Make sure there's nothing here. Can't see anything. Can't see everything. So I reckon that's it. We're going to leave it there. But yeah, good luck to everyone. Thank you for everybody that's been in today's stream. You've been absolutely amazing as always. And I will see you in the next video.